I'm Jamie, and this is Mountain Strong Mom. Today I'm going to talk about 3 tips for having the best family trip. To the lake, to the ocean, camping, whatever you're doing. Number 1, prepping. Prepping the night before is key. But more important than that is what you're prepping into. I like to use a plastic tote. Now that sounds a little crazy, but you can overpack way easier with totes than you can with bags. I would look like the crazy bag lady going to the beach. I have like 4 bags full of stuff I needed or thought I needed, I don't know. But using a plastic tote is great because you have more room, nothing's going to get crushed. If it rains, it's easier to protect everything that you brought. If it's like soggy or gross on the ground, the lake all the time, right? It doesn't matter because it's a plastic tote. And then when your kids are eating, they can eat at this like little miniature table instead of on the ground by all the bugs or in their lap where they're going to drop everything anyway. So that's why I think plastic totes are a great tool for taking family trips. And you can also label them. Like if you bring a lot of them, get some painter's tape, put what's in there, put in the car. Number 2, power breaks. Power breaks are, to me, when you set an alarm on your phone for every like 2 hours or so, and you bring your kids back from the water, or you stop whatever you're doing, and you reapply sunscreen. Reapply sunscreen. It does not last forever. I don't care if it's SPF 100, it's lying. Reapply the sunscreen and hydrate, and maybe have like a snack, like a salty snack, kind of like build the electrolytes with all the sweating and the losing of the fluids. Kids are really easy to become electrolyte deficient, and that can be really dangerous, so I recommend taking regular breaks to make sure they're really drinking water or whatever you want to give them when you're at the lake, like juice or whatever. So these power breaks between sunscreen and hydration I think are really important. It can really help if time kind of gets away from you. Having that kind of schedule really makes me a better mom. I feel more prepared when I do it that way. Number 3, a baby pool. So bringing a baby pool to the beach does not sound sexy or fun, but there's some really big pros here. It keeps all the critters away from your kids, whether it's dead fish, live fish, snakes, glass, trash, like all the stuff that's in lakes and oceans that's not fun, keeps it away from your baby, right? And then the water, you can temperature control, you can put ice in it, you can put frozen water jugs in it, whatever you want to do, versus like shallow water that can get really warm and be really muddy. At least in my experience. I grew up in the lake all the time. It can be gross. So that's a really good use for it. And then when you're done, you just empty it out, let all the air out, and put it in a trash bag and put it in your car. Super easy peasy. Way better than you thought, right? Oh, there was another part of that. So, you can put the pool in the shade. The ocean's not in the shade, the lake's not in the shade. Your baby pool with your little tyke in it, that's in the shade. Living its best life. Well, those were my 3 tips for having a more successful family trip. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope you're having your best kind of day and you use some of these, and tell me about if you didn't. Any tips that you have that I might not have heard of before. I would love to hear from you. Have a wonderful day. Bye.